you're more than welcome to do so. So we've recently recorded another interview around first dates, and I started discussing around how feminine and masculine energy can actually impact relationships. Now, most of us aren't really aware of what this is, and to be honest, until I was recently doing some more training, I hadn't really given it an awful lot of thought myself. But actually, and it's nothing to do with being a man or being a woman, by the way, this is all about being at one with ourselves, about making sure that we've got balance. So by having balance, that means we are utilising different elements of our feminine and different elements of our masculine energy so that we can actually be at peace with ourselves. So an example of a masculine energy might be someone who's very much do. I've got to keep going. It's going to be about leadership, taking action, loyalty, firmness, focus, honour and pride. Whereas the more feminine side of it is more around tapping into your intuition, nurturing, empathy, about being. So when we're looking at ourselves and thinking, why am I always stressed and overwhelmed? Well, maybe you're not looking at, you haven't got that balance. Maybe you're not being present. Maybe you're not taking time out for yourself and maybe releasing yourself from that stress and overwhelm. So, Ksenia, what would be your comment around this topic?
I had a really interesting experience. I ran some presentation for women, and everybody expecting, I would like to meet a strong man. My next question was, what kind of qualities do you expect from the strong man? And what did I get? Acknowledgement, support, warmth, feeling better, compliments, and so on. And in the end of the day, there are not male qualities, there are female qualities, nurturing, like you said. And a really interesting thing that in their modern society, in modern relationship, women would like to meet strong men, but they expect female qualities. And until they are not aware of it, they will still search for this nurturing and nice and tender and understanding, accepting everything. But these men, they have not enough testosterone. They don't have this man energy, and they will not attract these women.
I think it's really interesting when we talk about masculine and feminine energy. There is very different ways of looking at it, because I think there's the energy and then there's the traits of masculine and feminine. So I know you've mentioned a couple of them, already from both of you. For me, I think how we see masculine, like both men and women have masculine and feminine energy. It just depends on the level of the energy we present and that we have. There's a bit of it, I think, that is hormonal. There's a bit, I think, that is also programming. There's a bit of it that's also choice. And by training, or you actively, consciously choosing to have one trait appear more than others. So, for example, and I think it's also very fleeting. So it's quite it can be quite a complicated conversation. So when I worked in the corporate world, for example, and I worked with finance clients, those, still is a very male dominant industry. I definitely turned up to the meetings with more male energy, more masculine energy. And I did that to hold the room, to have gravitas in the room. When I left that, I went back to my natural state, which is quite feminine and very far removed from that kind of like dominant energy that I was portraying. So I think we can also choose when we let what energy comes out. And that's what I mean by it's fleeting as well. It's not always something that is fixed within us.